All right, you better sit down for this one. This week, California Governor Gavin Newsom held a press conference where he laughably claimed that he was the best governor in the country when it came to empowering parents. Yeah, the same governor who has called parents bigots, extremists, racists, and thugs. This governor who has threatened parents with millions of dollars in penalties. He claims he's empowering them. We've got the receipts showing otherwise. I'm Carl DeMaio, chairman of Reform California, and I just could not hold my tongue, could not resist responding to Governor Gavin Newsom's gaslighting event this week, where he claimed that he was the nation's best governor when it came to empowering parents to be involved in their schools. I guess he's hoping people have been living under rocks for the past 18 months, or actually for his entire term as governor. This governor, during COVID, shut down schools despite the objections of many parents and kept those schools shut as parents were begging him to do what other governors across the country wisely did, reopen the schools for in-classroom instruction. The result has been a number of deficits, learning loss being one of them, but also a number of mental health and socialization challenges that we are now seeing in students. Then we got to the controversial curriculum, where Governor Gavin Newsom, like a typical schoolyard bully, started calling parents names if they had the audacity to push back on controversial curriculum. Obviously, the first curriculum that was a big controversy was the historically inaccurate and racially divisive critical race theory curriculum that a lot of school districts were trying to sneak into the classroom to radicalize students, to make them think that America was terrible, that it was institutionally racist at every level, that there are good skin colors and bad skin colors, that there's white privilege, all this stuff. Parents said, no, we don't want that. We want to teach about slavery. We want to teach about civil rights. We want to have an accurate accounting of both the failures as well as the progress made in this country, but we don't want to have a skewed, radicalized view that encourages kids to, well, join political groups. And that's what critical race theory curriculum contains, a suggestion to have kids join very left-wing political groups to prove that they're not racist. And then we get into the sexual curriculum, the sex ed curriculum, where there's horribly inappropriate content for early ages, kindergarten through fifth grade, talking about self-pleasuring, talking about sexual orientation, even gender identity and personal pronouns. All of these issues, very controversial. Governor Gavin Newsom also supports keeping secrets. And when you talk to a child and say, it'll be our little secret, it never ends well. He wants to prohibit teachers and school administrators from telling parents when their children are having struggles with gender identity or sexual orientation. The view is that the parents are somehow dangerous, evil, homophobic, that they would hurt their own children. And again, there's no data to support that. Oh, sure, you can find the outlier, but we have existing laws to deal with child abuse, child protective service laws that are quite robust. What Newsom and his cronies are trying to do is silence the teacher and any school district staff from sharing with parents very important development information so that they can help support their child. And finally, we get into the effort by parents to push back on some of this radical, overly sexualized curriculum. And if the parents dare to show up at school board meetings, Newsom is there to call them names, homophobes, anti-LGBT, when that's not at all what is at stake here or what the driver is here, and to threaten school board members. In Temecula Valley Unified School District, they recently decided to give parents more time in a public process to provide input into curriculum. Gavin Newsom lied about what that process would be and then threatened the school board members with millions of dollars in fine, calling the parents pushing for more review extremists. He also backs Assembly Bill 1078. Newsom wants to prohibit school boards from changing curriculum in any way without the permission of unelected state bureaucrats, and again, threatening school districts with millions of dollars in costly fines. And then finally, take a look at the actual plan that Newsom laid out at this press conference. He says, quote, "The freedom to decide. Parents deserve to share in key school decisions." Well, what decisions would that be? Critical decisions like the budget. Like what? How much we're spending on busing or the food service? If you want parents to have power to decide, give them education freedom. Give them vouchers. Give them school choice. But no, nothing along those lines is envisioned in Governor Newsom's education plans. He says, let's have the freedom to thrive. Students deserve a fair start in life. Well, then why is he not focusing on the fact that 2/3 of students are failing math proficiencies and a majority are failing reading and writing? Nothing in the governor's press conference touched on the abysmal academic outcomes of these schools. You can't thrive if you don't know reading, writing, and arithmetic. The freedom to learn about the world and themselves. Then he doesn't want politically motivated censorship and hate. Okay. Let's talk about political groups that are actively promoted in the classroom with the curriculum, like Human Rights Campaign and the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Alliance, GLSEN. Both these organizations support Democrat politicians for office or Black Lives Matter being promoted as part of critical race theory. You want to talk about political censorship, you won't have any conservative groups being given any sort of attention. And no political group should be given any sort of forum or platform in the classroom. But he wants students only to have the freedom to learn about how to join far-left groups. And finally, the freedom to succeed, real-life skills, and a career. Again, I go back to the failing academic standards. Look, the governor clearly has failed. And he's trying to pretend like he's some sort of successful governor when it comes to education, when the data is overwhelming and his own bad behavior is clear. He has not taken care of children. He has not empowered parents by any stretch of the imagination. Check out our campaign to elect better school board members in California. We need principled reformers to run for school board, and we need parent coalitions in every school district to support them. Go to supportcaparents.org, supportcaparents.org, and you'll find this website. I encourage you to check out some of the curriculum that is controversial. We actually post some of the examples. The media won't share that, but we do give you actual examples of some of the most outrageous curriculum, from critical race theory to the sex ed curriculum. Join a parents coalition, make a contribution. We are entirely grassroots funded, and of course, become a volunteer so we can match you up with a school board candidate in your area. And of course, if you're interested in running for political office, please contact us at reformcalifornia.org. Governor Gavin Newsom, the best governor for empowering parents? Please, we've got the receipts. He's a schoolyard bully intent on removing the voice of parents and advancing a failed approach to education. Till next time, this is Carl DeMaio with Reform California. Thanks for watching. Help us break through the censorship of the liberal media by liking this video, sharing it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.